Krampus, the dark enforcer of Yuletide. Once upon a time, in a quaint alpine village nestled deep within the snow-capped peaks of Austria, there lived a mischievous and sinister creature known as Krampus. While children all around the world eagerly awaited the arrival of Santa Claus, the children of this village harbored a different kind of anticipation as winter approached. Krampus was a creature of ancient folklore, a stark contrast to the benevolent Santa Claus. He was tall and covered in matted fur that seemed to absorb the shadows of the forest. His long, curling horns and sharp, pointed tongue added to his terrifying appearance. On his back, he carried a bundle of sticks and chains, ready to punish those who had been naughty during the year. As winter settled in, the villagers would gather around roaring fires and tell tales of Krampus, warning their children to behave, or else he would come for them. The legend of Krampus was a part of their culture, passed down through generations, and it served as a sinister reminder that good behavior was not just a suggestion, but a necessity. The night before Christmas, known as Krampusnacht, was when the creature would emerge from the depths of the forest. He would roam the village streets, his chains clinking ominously as he sought out misbehaving children. His eerie presence sent shivers down the spines of those who dared to look upon him. One particularly bitter winter, a boy named Lukas found himself on Krampus's naughty list. He had been caught stealing apples from the neighbor's orchard and had refused to apologize for his actions. As darkness fell on Krampusnacht, Lukas felt a chill run down his spine as he heard the ominous sound of chains approaching. Krampus stood before him, his eyes like smoldering coals. Lukas tried to run, but the creature's chains lashed out, wrapping around his legs and pulling him closer. With a menacing growl, Krampus raised his bundle of sticks, ready to deliver a punishment that Lukas would never forget. But before Krampus could strike, something extraordinary happened. The village's elderly storyteller, Frau Elsa, stepped out from the shadows. She held a golden lantern that cast a warm, comforting light over the scene. In a soothing voice, she reminded Krampus of the true spirit of Yuletide, of forgiveness and second chances. Krampus hesitated, the rage in his eyes softening. He released Lukas from his chains, and the boy fell to his knees, tears in his eyes. With a deep sigh, Krampus turned and retreated into the forest, his menacing form gradually fading into the darkness. The village gathered around Lukas, who had learned a valuable lesson that night. He apologized for his actions and promised to make amends. From that day forward, the village celebrated Krampusnacht differently. Instead of fearing Krampus, they used it as an opportunity to teach their children about the importance of kindness and forgiveness. And so, the legend of Krampus lived on, not as a symbol of fear, but as a reminder that even the darkest of creatures could be touched by the light of compassion. In that little alpine village, the true spirit of Yuletide shone brightly, and Krampus became a symbol of transformation, reminding all that it's never too late to change and find the path to redemption.